Hey guys, this is Garrett here with the Career Create and Resume Box. You're probably here because you bought this resume on Etsy, but if you found your way here on YouTube, please feel free to follow the link below and get your copy of this template for $7.95. You'll probably be able to figure out how to make it yourself by watching this tutorial, but I'm telling you, $8 is well worth the time you'll save by using the pre-made template. There's one thing I'd like to talk about before we start, and that is I'm using a new screen recording software that doesn't have the noise reduction capabilities of my last one. And I'm recording later at night to try to minimize traffic, but inevitably there's going to be a car or two that pass by, and I want to go ahead and apologize in advance, and hopefully they don't cause too much of a distraction. So with that introduction, let's get started. I'm going to show you how this thing's put together and how to make changes. And if at the end of the video you still need help, just shoot me an email or a message on Etsy and I'll help you within 24 hours. We may not be to a final product within 24 hours, but we'll be well on our way. And if things really just don't line up, if we're having major issues and several problems, I won't care at all to start like a Zoom call or a Teams meeting. We can go through it together and I can show you how to fix it, or you can send me a copy of your best work on it and tell me what you want me to fix, and I can fix it for you. So this resume is pretty simple. It's out of all the some ATS resumes can be really finicky, especially if they have columns, but this one's really not so bad. So let me just show you how it all works. So I try to stay away from text boxes for ATS resumes, but the name is in the text box. So it can be moved around or change sizes or things like that. And the reason this has to be in a text box is that way it can sit over the header section and you can make it look really good. If not, nothing will be able to sit over the header section. And the same thing goes for this name. It is in its own text box. But that's pretty much it. So let's talk about a couple things here. So this is a little rectangle. It can be moved around if you like, readjusted. You can go to shape format, change its color, change its outline color. The contact section, you just fill it in, it automatically centers itself. These are lines and they're very hard to select. So if I choose that, I can move it around, rearrange it. Let's say that you want to space this away a little bit more, that wouldn't be a problem. You can go to shape format and shape outline and you can change its color. So let's talk about the text itself. So if we select this, look here, and I'm using Corbel Light and 11-point font. So you can change it to whatever font you want, or font size, sorry. And you can change any of your font sizes. So I don't think I'd go above 12. Just because above that it's going to start to be, it's going to be out of the norm. So if you do go above it, I would definitely change the size of the titles. And I'll just leave that up to you as to what you want to do. You can change the line spacing to fill in space if you want to. And you can change the color by going here. Oops. And I've messed this all up. So you can change the color. And the only other thing that I want to talk about is the word spacing. So not like the line spacing before. This is really where how close together the letters sit from each other. And if you notice here, there's a gap, and there's a gap. That way it looks better and fills in the page better. So all of the main body text is normally spaced, but the titles and the names, they're all spaced out to give them a little bit more volume. So if you go to font and go to the little arrow at the bottom, you can go to advanced, and you'll see this is expanded by 6 points. Let's go ahead and change it to normal just so you can see what happens. It all pushes together and it really doesn't look good at all. So I prefer to have it spaced, and the exact spacing will probably depend on you. It might be based on whether or how long your name is. So if you have a longer name, you may want to space it out a little less. If you have a shorter name, you may want to space it out a little more, and I'll leave that up to you depending on what you think looks good. Everything else is going to be pretty straightforward. There's a couple things. So if your work history ends up being a little shorter, it's going to push everything up. So you just come down to the last line, hit enter a few times, and push it back to where it goes. Um, and that may have, no, that actually didn't mess up a whole lot, but there's a chance that, say, you end up splitting a section like this. And in this case, you could do a few things. You could decrease the space of other sections, or you can just go ahead and hit enter and bring it the rest of the way down. If you just play with it, I'm sure you'll figure out something that you like. So here, yeah, that needs to be moved back up, and the line needs to be moved back up with it. Oh, I hate trying to select lines. And I'm not really going to spend a whole lot of time on fixing these things. You can spend a little bit more time, get them a little bit more perfect if you want. But that's really all there is to this thing. It's pretty simple. So if you don't care, please take a moment to like and subscribe so that way you can get updates on some new products. I'll be doing digital planners and other things to help you with your job and career, including business creation, paperwork, how to start a business, other things like that. And not only that, but it'll help with the algorithm and help others find my products, and hopefully these products can help them with their job search as well. I just want to thank you for your support, and if you have any issues, once again, please feel free to send me a message and I'll help you out. I wish you the best of luck in your job search and in the rest of your career. Have a great day, and thank you.